All right. Welcome back, all you holotable heroes. And this is another Imperial Military Podcast show with myself. I'm Itachi, and we got my boy Evo, my guildmate Evo, online. What's going on, Evo?
What's up?
So we're back for our weekly update on our free-to-play accounts with our free-to-play guide. So we got some good stuff going on. Obviously this is Itachi Gaming, and my name is Itachi, and thank you all so much. We just hit 80 subscribers this week. We want to keep that rocking and rolling, and I want to hear down in the comments below what you all like on the channel. What do you want to see more of? Maybe some things that you don't like so much. I greatly appreciate the commentary or the feedback, just so we can continue to improve and put out some content that you guys really like to see. And if you like my content, please don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. All right, we're gonna get right into it. As you can see here, I got up SWGOH Events.com, and I will link that in the description below later on. But this is where we look at our events from month to month. We can see login characters, marquee schedules, and things like that. Obviously, this month kicked off with Legend of the Old Republic for Jedi Knight Revan. Congratulations, Evo, on your main account. So you were able to get that done.
Yeah.
And then obviously we are finishing up with aggressive negotiations with that new legendary Padme hitting the holo tables. I'm unfortunately not going to be able to get her until like much later on down the road, because I'm nowhere near doing anything with the Separatist faction right now. The exciting thing is that Thursday we've got the Emperor's Demise. So Papa Palpatine is coming to join us on the holotables, and man, I think we may be ready for our free-to-play accounts to at least unlock them at 5 stars for sure. We may see some 6 or 7 stars, just depending on where we can get at. All right, so let's hop right into it. This is week 5, and let me go back here. As usual, this is the IMPS account here. So IMPS Itachi, and then we IMPS Evo. So let me just go right into our characters and show you kind of where I'm at currently with my farming. So I did get Kanan and Zeb to 7 stars. They're all at gear 7, and I really need to take them to gear 8. So that's where we're at. We're at level 66 currently. I did unlock Geonosian Zerg, as you guys know, Admiral Akbar, Geonosian Spy, Crew, Kylo Ren Unmasked, Grand Moff Tarkin, and let's see here, Vader we got unlocked. He's on his way to 5 stars. Royal Guard, Cad Bane, TIE Fighter Pilot, which comes through just doing the events for ships. Hey, what's going on, Jose? Hi. Yes, it is a good night. And then Sunfac unlocked, Clone Sergeant, what you get anyways. Greedo we got unlocked, Sabine's unlocked. Biggs I got through Bronzium packs there, through those free Bronzium packs. Basilishan, we're at 14 out of 25. So we're on the way there. Uh-oh. What is going on? Now, last time I saw this dashboard does not keep up very well. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you can still see what is going on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Anyways, old Daka we got from Bronzium packs as well, and all these other ones are free to play. As you see, I did get Colonel Stark. I have not unlocked him yet to start gearing him or anything like that, but we will when we come around there. So we will do that when he comes around, to where I'm ready to actually start really working on him. I got Geonosian Soldier to gear 8. He's an underlying character for ships. So is Admiral Akbar, Geonosian Spy, Kylo Ren Unmasked, or Crew. Grand Moff Tarkin, which I'm not really using his capital ship right now, but we'll need to start working on him to get prepared for R2-D2. And then TIE Fighter Pilot is one, and Sunfac. Now I don't have Sunfac's ship unlocked yet, so right now I'm using TIE Fighter Pilot and Clone Sergeant in lieu of Sunfac. I'm using Clone Sergeant's ship because that is unlocked. We got Spy up to Gear 7, Crew up to Gear 7. Working on getting Admiral Akbar to Gear 7. Been a little slow on this one, but 2 gear pieces away. And that's where I'm at with characters. Let's move over to ships so you guys can kind of see where I'm at there. I have Soldier's ship is at 3 stars. I just got Spy ship to 4 stars today, which was exciting. TIE Silencer I've got at 3 stars. The TIE Fighter is at the Imperial TIE Fighter is at 2 stars. Clone Sergeant's ship is at 2 stars as well. I'm not really working on Jedi Counselor or Resistance Troopers ships. And then we got Admiral Akbar's Home One at 3 stars, as well as the Zecatrix. So we're doing pretty well here. I got Admiral Akbar's ship at 61, and then my main fleet 64 for most of these guys outside of the TIE Fighter. So we're going to continue to work on that and get that rocking and rolling there for that. And then as far as placements, I know you guys want to see for Squad Arena. Unfortunately, I have to start battling out of the top 200 into the top 100, which I'm able to do most of the time. And then in ships, we're no longer taking first place anymore. Typically in the top 10, rank 7 today. So we've fallen, we're missing out on 200 crystals now. But I'm falling anywhere between this 10 spot into the 4 to number 3 spot, just depending on the day. Those are starting to get very, very hard. Definitely can see here that we've got some people in here that are spending some shards and crystals and, potentially doing some... I don't know about him so much. I think he just took good advantage of this past weekend of the additional bonus stuff that went on for May the 4th. But there are definitely some players that spent some money. I think Zexual Beast is one of them. Yeah, he's already got a 7-star Boba Fett and 4-star. What is that? Slave 1. So he spent a little bit of money here to make sure he can get that Slave 1 out there, and he's had that Slave 1 for a while. So the top is getting hard, right? No longer close to my ship's galactic power. Most people are quite a bit above there, as you can see, at 70,000 plus. So that is getting quite rough, but still able to get 200 shards a day from there and 100 from Squad Arena, which is nice. It's very nice. As you can see, same thing with Squad Arena. People are rolling here with gear. So hopefully I can get up there and get focused back in with my Phoenix. But I am super excited for Emperor's Demise here. That starts in a day, in 4 hours, almost 2 days. So I am excited about that. I was able to do Ghost of Dathomir. I was also able to do part 1 of Credit Heist and the training droids, because I got Cad Bane unlocked, I got Greedo unlocked, and I was able to use Clone Wars Chewbacca for that event to get started with those. So that is where I'm at currently with my account as far as ships go, as far as characters go. And as you can see, we're working on getting these guys up to 7 stars there. So we're gonna move it on over to Evo and see where Evo is at currently in his free-to-play account.
Yeah, well, pretty similar story, just a few days behind you. So I've got my Phoenix squad, same thing. Kanan and Zeb have them up to 7 stars. Working on Chopper's 7th now, just got him to 6 stars. And transitioning back to Hera and Ezra, took a break from them to unlock the Geonosian Spy. And I also put a little more into Kylo to get his ship up to 3 stars. So
Nice.
Bouncing back to them now. We have Soldier and Spy unlocked. I'm 2. Depending on how I might have some back tomorrow. Just depending on how often his thing comes up in the store. So I've been trying to keep an eye on that. I didn't get a chance to check the store a lot today, so I should have him unlocked. His ship is only 4 out of 25 though, so probably gonna be the same boat where you are and not have his ship quite yet. So we'll keep that up there. Trying to keep everybody on pretty well the same level of gear. Most of these guys are at gear 5 for the ships, and then I've got my Phoenix squad all up at gear 7 for now. I haven't really started getting to gear 8 on them. I mean, a couple pieces of gear they can't use yet. I'm not level 65, but I do need to start working on their gear, and I'm getting their mods figured out today because I'm tired of not having their mods right. However, looking at ships here, see, I got my TIE Silencer with 3 stars.
Hold on. So Jose's got a question. He says, I have the Emperor with 5 stars, and I have the Phoenix Squad with 7 stars. The equipment at number 8, so gear 8, and the abilities at 7. So do you think I can beat Palpatine to level up to 7 stars? Absolutely. Gear 8 Phoenix should be able to go through that Palpatine. Palpatine is one of the easier legendary events that are out there. So you should be able to go through that event very easily with Gear 8 7-star Phoenix. Could be a little mod dependent, so just depending on how you've been farming for your mods and things like that. I'm going to kick it back over to Evo. Sorry, I just want to answer that question real quick.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, from what I remember, Palpatine, I think you should get through him fine. Thrawn's another story, but yeah. So yeah, as far as ships go, I'm working on getting my 4th 2-star ship so I can get my 3-star home one and Executrix ongoing. I haven't really put a lot into Executrix yet, been focusing on the home one. But Executrix is definitely going to be needed so we can get those mod abilities, or I'm sorry, those materials.
Mats.
Yeah, the Zeta mats. So, Geonosian Spy is almost there. I'm just 1 shard away from having him 2 stars so I can get those unlocked. But this is my team right now. I go back and forth between I always use both Geonosians and the TIE Fighter. And then I go back and forth between TIE Silencer and my tank, the Clone Sergeant, depending on who I'm battling. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I have not been able to climb the ladders as well as Hitachi has, mainly because I haven't put a lot into it. I mean, you can see right here, like this guy, I can rip through him with no problems. I just need to put some more time into it. Make sure I'm using all my battles every day. Let's see. I might not be able to rip through him. He's got some more power than I do, but
those Geonosians are surprising.
Let's see if the team build beats his team here.
Ooh, stun hit. Oh, okay. You don't have. I see what you're doing. Okay. So I have a slightly different lineup. I bring my Imperial TIE Fighter in from the reinforcement slots, so that I'm able to do a little bit more control with the Silencer. So I can, because Silencer has the ability to stun ships. Oh, you don't have your Silencer.
Yeah, I don't have him in here right now. Nope. Not right now, I do not.
I also have one additional slot than Evo does, because I did get him the 3 stars, the home one to 3 stars, so he only has 1 reinforcement slot. I have 2 reinforcement slots, so that is also a difference there.
So yeah, what I'll end up doing is once I get the next reinforcement slot, I'll keep TIE Silencer in there full time. Probably end up pulling him in, just like you were saying. And then I will end up switching out my tank here for the other Geonosian, because he's also a tank. So.
Yeah, the cool thing with Sunfac's ship is Sunfac can potentially stun 2 ships. He can stun with his reinforcement ability, and then his special allows him to stun as well, and he's a tank, which is really nice. So I'm going to be starting off with That gives me an ability to, or a potential to, stun all 3 ships at one time, with the TIE Silencer being in the main lineup as opposed to coming off the bench essentially from the reinforcements, because TIE Silencer can stun ships that have a higher turn meter. And then you bring in, the good old Sunfac ship, and with his reinforcement he can stun, and then with his special ability he can stun as well, so which is really nice actually. And then the Geos just have so much synergy between each other.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm running the way it is right now, just so I can have both my Geonosians in there. I've got my tank, and I will never go into a battle without the TIE fighter pilot. So that's always my lock. He's always in there.
Nice.
Yeah, moving right along here. Just need to get this unlocked so I can
get that done. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to switch back over to my screen. We're going to talk about mods a little bit. We don't talk about this a lot, and I think it's very important that we talk about mods. There's quite a few different reasons. My mods on my characters for Phoenix have allowed me to pretty much get close to that top 50, or at least be top 100 every day, and it makes them hard to actually fall. So you'll see here, I just unlocked, let me go in here. So on my mod challenges, this week I got through the speed, and I was able to get through to tier 3 on here in 3-star. So I'm now able to sim this and farm speed mods out of here, which is very important actually. You'll find out very quickly that most of the top meta teams are using speed and health. Now health is your first one that you get, and then speed is at the very end. So they start you off with the health, but speed's not until this very last part here. The other mods that you'll find a lot in a lot of characters are crit damage and crit chance mods. You'll find those on a lot of characters, and then like Palpatine, he does have a potency and speed mod set typically that you see for the most part, but I've really been focusing on speed mods, these crit damage and crit chance mods, and I'll stop once I get the mods that I want for the characters. Like, I won't continue to farm those particular sections, because then it's just wasteful at this point, because those mods aren't going on anyone. But I'm really looking for speed secondaries, except for my arrows. My arrows, I want speed primaries, so this stat right here, primary stat. And then as you go through, like this one doesn't have speed right now, but it does have offense, so I kept this particular one, especially for Ezra, since he's an attacker. You want him to be able to deal as much special damage as he can, and damage in general, so I kept this one just because it has offense, even though it didn't have speed. Speed and offense secondaries are really important right now in the game. And I still don't think this isn't the correct mod, so I'm still farming for this mod because this is supposed to be crit damage. Which are hard to come by. And then, so you'll see here, I got 7 speed on this mod. You're really looking at, anything between 7 and 10 are going to be decent mods. 10 and above are going to be awesome mods. So this one's got +7 speed. This one has +10 speed already, and I still have 2 more to go for slicing on this guy. This has got +11. Actually this has 3 more once you get him to gear 12. This one's got 2 more to go, so we got the gold, and then slice into 6-dot mod. The 6-dot mod will increase all of your stats. And then I've got this guy that's at 8 speed, which is still good. It'll go to 9 speed with the 6.E mod, so I'm just going to keep that on. And it has offense as well here. So you'll see that is a common theme for me on his particular build. And then he's got crit damage and crit chance mod sets. And then let's see, Zeb I haven't worked on yet. I need to work on him. Like I said, just got speed mods unlocked. I'm going to put a speed and health set on him. But he really want potency in his secondaries, because you want to be able to make sure he's landing those debuffs, those stuns, the dazes, the staggers. So you really want the potency. Let's see, where's my potency at?
You wouldn't go speed potency on him? You'd go speed health?
Right now I'm thinking speed health. I may go to speed potency. I was thinking about that too. If you look at it at the top, everyone just has like speed mod. They don't have really a secondary, and then the top three are like speed health, and speed potency. So I'll probably I maybe actually put potency on here, but I haven't started working on potency yet. So I was going to use health in the meantime.
Yeah, I could see like speed health for like the 3-man teams later on.
Yeah.
But I would think speed potency for the 5-mans.
Yeah. Kanan should be pretty much all done outside of slicing these mods and this arrow. This arrow is not speed. He is all health. But so I gotta get this arrow. I gotta get a health mod that's an arrow with speed on it for him. Whenever we get a chance. But everything else is correct. So health, he's all about health and protection. +4 speed there. There's another health mod, +5 speed. This one's got +4 speed with protection. This one I have no speed on. Interesting. I haven't looked at him in a while. So we need to get speed on this mod with the health mod. And this one's got +5 speed. These are always offense, and this is always defense as the primary stat. So you won't find anything else. It's more so the secondary stats that you're going to be concerned with. These other 4, the arrow, the triangle, the cross, and the circle, will have varying primary stats. So depending on the character that you're using, those stats are going to change. And then I just started putting decent mods on Hera. Let's look at Chopper, because I think Chopper is almost 100% to where he's supposed to be at. So he's got his health mod there with speed. Full health set on him as well. Health is here. Offense and speed. Protection and speed. +11 speed there. That's crazy. No speed on this. This is a little harder to find speed on, but that's okay. And then offense and speed on here as well, plus more offense. So he's got a full health set, and then we go to Hera, and hers is going to be, I think it's speed and health. Maybe speed and something else. Yeah, no, speed and health. So, like I said, I just started working on hers. We do have a speed arrow there, so that is set. This is not right. This needs to be crit damage here on this triangle with speed secondary. So crit damage primary, secondary stat being speed. And I just don't have that arrow right now. So for the time being, I got protection on there, so she has a full health set. This one is this one's supposed to be protection, so we got to find those. There's some mods that we have to find. Like I said, I just started working on her.
Sorry, I gotta break in here a second. I just had I just had 8 battles for this cantina, and I got 9 battles, 8 shards.
Nice.
That's freaking crazy.
The circle's protection, and you'll find that on most characters that circle's going to be protection with speed secondaries. Again, defense is always going to be this. This has +3 speed. We do have a chance to, as we're slicing up, for this to proc more. So you can get more speed out of this. So these entry-level mods aren't that bad because you have multiple chances to actually proc them up. So you'll take them essentially all the way up to 12 to see if it triggers for speed, like this one right here. I took it up to 12 to see what all the secondary stats were. I didn't get speed here. I did have offense, so I may end up keeping that one. But you see I have all these 1E mods that I have to go through and do that, and I just don't have the credits to do that right now. And then we got lucky. We popped this guy. It's got +15 speed on it already, which means when it goes to 6.E, it's going to go to 16 speed, and it's got 67 offense. That is a great mod to have this early in the game. So she's on her way. I got to finish out the speed sets and get a crit damage arrow, whether it's in speed set or the health set first. Whichever one comes first, we'll put it on there. We already have our arrow taken care of. We have our square taken care of here. This may or may not stay, just depends on what we find for these other 4 here. So we're gonna keep that rocking and rolling. Everyone else just has, I kind of just threw on some mods just so they have them for my fleet, because there's not really a huge difference in mods for them until you take them to 6E, and then the speeds get like ridiculously different for their ships. But having them on there helps with getting additional health, protection, and speed and things of that nature. So that's how I'm doing with my mods. And right now, because I don't have any of the slicing material, I just get to hang out in challenges pretty much and, you know, just farm mods. Whereas on my other accounts, I gotta kind of balance between if I'm slicing that day or if I'm farming for mods that day. How about you, Evo? How are your mods going? The modding going on your account?
It's going. I need to put a lot of work into it. Mainly I need to get caught up on just kind of going through. I'm trying to balance going through some hard nodes and unlocking people, and then going through and unlocking mods as well. 65 is kind of that break point for me where I can start doing a little bit more, and I should hit that tomorrow. So I'll be focusing on mods pretty good tonight, just to get a couple of them updated. But I'm nowhere near unlocking the speed mods yet, so that's kind of the next thing I need to focus on.
So Cantina, I stopped at 5. I got through 4 and I haven't gone through 5 yet. I do need to take some time to probably progress in this a little bit, but I kind of paused because I'm farming specific things. Those resources are just so precious, and I really want to get my Phoenix all to 7 stars as soon as I can. As soon as we get them to 7 stars, I can immediately move over to TIE Pilot and start farming him out of Cantina. So I need to get them to 7 stars. I may even pause. Let me go to... Oh, where are we at? Let's go to this here, the farming guide. So I may even pause for a moment. Man, that preview is really hard to see. Can we make it bigger? There we go. All right, so I may even pause for a moment, even in that, just so that I'm going for crew, Kylo Ren Unmasked, or maybe even Old Ben. I'm more inclined to do crew because he's in ships. Even though that green monster he's dope. He's dope, and he takes your Jedi a long way once you can get him unlocked. But I'm going to miss the event at the end of this month when he comes around, so we won't even be able to get him unlocked. I don't have enough Jedi. I just started working on Bastila Shan, and I have to get her unlocked, and she only unlocks at like 3 stars. So it's going to be a while until I have my Jedi online. Once we have them online, we'll be making that jump over to Jedi. So hopefully in about another 2 months, I'll have 6, maybe even 7-star Jedi ready for that. So we'll definitely be going into where we're going, like Bastila Shan, which is in here. I'm definitely going to do crew. Crew is pretty quick to farm out of Cantina, and I want to get back to getting number 1 in fleet. That fleet payout was nice. So I may go crew there, and then move over to Old Ben, good old Benny. But we'll definitely be moving over to Bastila Shan, even though we don't have Sabine Wren at 7 stars yet. And Sabine is going to be one of those where she's going to kind of move towards the background on my dark side. So if I have extra energy, I'll use it on Sabine, because she's only at 3 stars right now, almost at 4. But she'll just move to the background there as I'm farming for Bastila Jolie on the hard node farms. We'll continue to farm Royal Guard. I may get a little bit more aggressive with Royal Guard because he has 2 nodes, because we should be coming around to R2-D2 quickly. I'm going to try to make sure I have 7-star Empire as much as I can. But yeah, that's kind of where we're going here. Currently working on Grand Moff Tarkin in my Forgot to go around this stuff. So as far as shipments are concerned, in our Squad Arena store, I'm currently working on Grand Moff Tarkin. In Cantina Battles, it's still Chopper. And then in Galactic War store, I kind of go back and forth. So if the Geonosians ships pop up, I'm grabbing those guys and Cad Bane shards. So we're working on Cad Bane right now. In that. So, and then in ships, I'm really focused in on ships. In my previous accounts, I've kind of leaned more towards characters. But I want to be really focused on ships. I'm in that top 10 so consistently now to top 5 that it's hard for me not to focus in on just getting the ships. Obviously, if Sunfac pops up in here, I'll grab him if I have the currency to do so. I'll grab Sunfac out of here. The only reason why I only grab Sunfac is because he's the only character that is only farmable in this particular area. He occasionally pops up in the guild store, but we already have someone to farm out of the guild store, and I don't want to use those resources on Sunfac here when I can get him here, and he shows up a lot more in ships. In the guild store, we're still working on Colonel Stark. So again, he's Empire, and you need 7-star Empire for R2D2. So 5-star to unlock, but 7-star to max him out, so you can have him ready for CLS. And yeah, that's where I'm kind of at. Galactic War, I couldn't get past this today. And so this is my second time missing full clearing Galactic War, unfortunately. A little upset about that, but like I said, I need to work on the gear, and as you can see, we got 80s, 81s, 78s, 80s. These guys are going to hit really hard, 7 stars, 6 stars, and we're only at 66, so starting to get hard in Galactic War for me, unfortunately. I don't know how Evo is doing. We'll switch over to him so you can kind of talk about that stuff, Galactic War, and what he's farming in his stores currency, with his store currency.
Yeah, I'm finishing up this encounter real quick, just trying to work my way through these hard nodes, but for the most part, I'm following I'm not farming anyone that's not on the guide, but I'm kind of jumping around the guide a little bit because I want to make sure I unlock. Like I already unlocked Bastille and everything, and I'm starting to work with her kind of low key because she's just so huge and great to have early on. Let me get through this. I know for sure that I've missed two Galactic War full clears. So far, I've only missed the last 2 nodes, so I'm out 800 total for the Galactic War currency.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad as long as you can kind of get most of the way through it. It just sucks to not only are you missing the largest payout for that last fight, but you're also losing the random shards that you get at the end of it as well. I am actually behind on it right now. As you can see, I have a restart here, so I've got yesterday to get through, today to get through, and it resets at 11 or at midnight. So I've got some catching up to do tonight, but I should be able to get all the way through it. I'm not facing level 80s yet, thankfully. But as far as who I'm farming, let's go through here. So working on Chopper on this every day. I don't spend anywhere else right now, just working on getting Chopper to 7 stars. As soon as I'm through Chopper, where were we going with the guide here? Is it Boba that we're hitting next?
Yeah, Boba Fett.
Okay, yeah.
I believe so. I gotta pull up the guide on the stream. Let me see here.
I can pull it up too. Actually,
I got you. So yeah, it's Boba Fett. Chopper, Boba Fett. In tier 1.
Yeah. So yeah, Boba's pretty locked. Like that's where you want to go, and then obviously start working on First Order. But yeah, Boba faux show. Yeah. Guild store. Where do we have for guild store? Here?
Should be Colonel Stark. And then Dengar.
Where do you have Guild Store? Is that on a different?
It's on the second page. Page 2.
No. Right. Got it. Guild Store, Tier 1. Perfect. Right, so I have not been farming Stark. So for my Tier 1, I absolutely go full Dengar. I throw some shards at Obi-Wan every now and then just to kind of low-key work my Jedi in the background. I think Itachi plans on more or less just farming him. But I don't go the Colonel route. I haven't yet. So since I'm not going Veers, I'm also not focusing on Stark. So just a personal preference. I throw some at OB, and otherwise, I know I have Dengar unlocked, and I think I have him at his next start as well. And then I've got Kanan done in here, working on Grand Moff. I have not unlocked Greedo yet, so I need to kind of toss some his way. But I want to get that Grand Moff at least to 5 stars, so I have that to at least unlock. R2D2 when we get there.
Yep.
And then let's see. Zeb is done, so I'm working on Cad Bane.
Good old Cad Bane, man. Those bounty hunters are some nice dudes.
Yes.
And the nice thing, Cad Bane's also used in fleets, so you're getting some multi-purpose out of Cad Bane. IG-88 is also used in fleets, and then Bosk and Boba Fett. They all have ships, and those ships actually get you a legendary ship. The Han Solo and Chewbacca's the original trilogy Millennium Falcon, which is currently the meta for ships, along with the home one.
Yeah, and then my Fleet Arena store. Where we have that on there? Is that on there as well?
Nope. Fleet Arena is not on there, and the reason Fleet Arena is not on there is because it changes. It doesn't have really any static shards, so it changes, and we kind of leave that up to you guys of what you want to farm out of there. If you want to farm characters, go after characters. Our suggestion is to focus in on the ships that you currently have and ships you need to unlock. So, for example, you need Rebels to unlock the Chimera. They have to be at least 5-star. So you'd want to focus in on like Ghost, Pistons, U-Wing, Biggs, Dark Lighter, and then Wedge's ship will show up in there as well. So as those pop in and out, you'd want to purchase those particular ships. Right now, we're currently working on trying to get our fleets worked up for being able to climb in Fleet Arena. So we're going based off the ships that we have. So like TIE Pilot, Imperial TIE Fighter, Geodos and Soldiers, and the Geos. The reason the Geos will do very, very well for you pretty much up until endgame. To the end game, and when you can get 7-star Millennium Falcon and really run that meta in the ships, or whichever current meta there is out there for the ships, the Vario's back. I would say on OBS it says disconnected still. Sorry guys about that slight difficulty and technical. We did not go anywhere. We're still here, but they hit very hard. They have some really good abilities. They assist each other just by themselves in their kits, which is really nice. So you get some additional bonus attacks out of them, and they're just gonna take you a long way. So you take Ghost and what's the other one? Phantom 2. Those take 3 underlying characters that you have to gear, have to star, have to mod in order to make those ships good. Those are very good ships. They should be really your second kind of going and adding on to your fleet underneath or behind the Geos. But they take a little bit longer time to do. Biggs Darklighter, Wedge Antilles, those 2 ships are fantastic as well. They're X-Wings, they're fantastic. Now those only take 1 character each, so if you're able to get Biggs and Wedge unlocked early, like I got my Biggs unlocked, so I've been starting to look for his ship because he's a very good tank in the game. But yeah, you just kind of want to go along in that ship store, whatever is going to work out for you and your roster the most and what you feel most comfortable doing. And remember, all these are suggestions. They're guides. It's a guide. You don't have to follow the guide. If you want to go straight for First Order, go straight for First Order. You really love the First Order faction, go for it. At the end of the day, it's your game. We want to make sure that you have fun. This is just the most efficient way to go about with unlocking legendaries and kind of trying to make it the most out of the game with your resources and things like that that we have found that worked well. You'll also find that other players have been playing much longer than us have found some of these characters that we have in this particular method the most efficient way about going through the game to get your unlocks and get you to a point to where you're most beneficial to your guild, doing some max payouts, going through and getting through heroic raids and things of that nature. So, speaking of heroic raids, we both got 7-star characters last week, so we were able to participate in Pit. And if you like Grand Arena and watching us go through that, make sure you join us for that. Again, thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging out with us tonight with the IMPS edition here of the free-to-play guide and free-to-play for our Week 5 update. Jose, thanks for chatting up in the chat, man. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the interaction. We do appreciate it. Again, if you could leave down in the comments below if you're watching this video after the fact and not during the live stream, let us know what you like from us, what you've seen that you like and what you don't like, and what you want to see more of. If you want to see more of this stuff, make sure you hit like, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscription button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. So until next time, my friends, deuces.